Okay, so I'm sorry I couldn't make it to mini class night, but I wanted to still share with you some thoughts about what to expect for your kids in my class this semester. So, AP Comparative Government. Well, what is AP Comparative Government? It is a College Board AP class with a test in May, and it's basically good to think of it as sort of like Political Science 101. You know, if you're a freshman in college, usually the two freshman classes are either American Government or Political Science 101. AP American Gov would be the American Government equivalent, and this class, Comparative Government, is essentially a Political Science 101 with some added emphasis the College Board asks us to do on 6 particular countries to illustrate as examples: Nigeria, Iran, Russia, China, the UK, and Mexico. So that's what the class really covers and what it entails. Now, in terms of expectations of the students and what our typical class looks like, the kids are a combination. I lecture a little bit, but I also give them a lot of class work to do in groups to work on various questions I give. I try to work in current events, and the kids look up articles that I give them on current events and answer questions that I've written about the articles to try to sort of bring in the content as well. So you'll notice like a classwork grade, and oftentimes this will be sort of accumulated over a period of several days, and then they'll give like a factor times 3 or 4 or maybe potentially 5 depending on how many days it's gone out for. And so you'll see that as a classwork grade. Homework, most nights there is homework, and homework is going to generally consist, it's fairly short actually. It consists of reading it consists of really watching a video with some embedded questions the kids have to answer, or it consists of perhaps we have a Continent 19 project that the kids may have mentioned where they have a fictional country, and I may ask them a question about their fictional country and they have to answer it, like what kind of political parties do you have in your country, for example, for studying political parties. So those are the 2 main types of homework you can. The one thing I want to emphasize with this class is the number one, first of all, there are no quizzes. We do have tests, and the tests are a combination of multiple choice and writing. The classwork and homework account for rather large chunks of their grade. So if you look to your syllabus, you can see that, you know what, on the syllabus in front of me, I probably should. But we're looking at about 30% is tests, or about 35% is tests, and then about 30% is homework, and then about 30 or 25% is classwork. So these are really big chunks of their grade. Because homework counts for like 30% of your grade, you can't just not do it and then expect to, be fine. Some classes, homework's only 5 or 10% of your grade. It's not a big deal. It's a huge deal in this class, and you need to keep up with it. I post it online, and there's no reason why the kids can't see it online. Even if they're absent, I still expect them to do it unless they're physically ill. If they're physically ill, they get their Pius 3 school days for makeup. But if you're simply going on a college visit or a family trip somewhere, I expect them to do all of their homework because it's almost all submitted electronically. In fact, I think I can honestly say that all homework is submitted electronically. So that's something for them to keep up with. There is no final exam because this is an AP test, and second semester AP classes typically don't have final exams. And that's basically the class. If you have any questions for me, I encourage you to email me at shiland@spx.org, and I am happy to correspond via email. If you want a phone conversation or a face-to-face conversation, email me and ask me. Give me a number and that I can contact you with at a time, and I'm happy to do that as well. Okay? I'm glad to have your kids in my class this semester.